What's up, everybody? It's Rick, and welcome to Oxygen Not Included, a game that's been out for a while in early access, but I just recently really started playing it because it shares a lot in common with RimWorld, a game that I've played a lot of, and I love RimWorld. It's kind of like a 2D side-scrolly version of RimWorld, and I'm pretty into it. Full disclosure right here at the top of this series, I'm not the best, all right? So if you have criticisms for me, that's completely understandable. But, you know, maybe just keep that in mind that I'm by far no expert. As I play this, I'm going to be learning the game a little bit with you guys. Basically, I've gotten far enough that within the first couple hours, I'm solid. Like, I can set stuff up. I haven't gotten, like, advanced technology figured out and stuff, so we'll be learning that together. But hopefully, the first few episodes, I won't make a complete idiot of myself. So let's go ahead and pick some people that we need. You know, I feel like at the beginning, we need a digger, a constructor, and a smarty pants, you know what I mean? So I'm going to shuffle through some of these guys and find somebody who's... Let's see, learning, you're squeamish, which means that you can't take care of the sick, but you're really good at learning, and I like that aspect about you. So, Ruby, I'm going to invite you to the team, all right? Next up, let's find somebody who's good at constructing, all right? So I'm just going to scroll through this until I find, okay, that was a +2 to construct, but let's see, can we do better than that? Can we do, that's another +2. Well, I'm just going to go through this a little bit longer until... Oh, that was a +5 construct. See, that's what happened when you scroll too fast. Okay, we're going to take our time. That was a +5 to construction. +3, you are also squeamish. You won't be able to take care of anybody. And you're not good at a lot of other things either. Let's see. Can we get lucky here? Come on. Come on. +5 to construction. You're a pacifist. That's fine with me. You can also cook, which I like. All right, and lastly, we're going to need somebody who can take care of people. And you're also good at learning, too, by the way. So we have 2 good learners there. You're good at digging, but you're flatulent, huh? Flatulent means some dupes are just full of it. I think that means that you're going to let out, like, poison air, basically. That's not the best thing in the world. Also, kindness, is that medical? Yes, kindness is medical. So really what we need is somebody who has digging and kindness, you know, optimally. I wonder if we can get that. There's digging +3, digging +1... Digging +3, digging +1, and kindness +1. You're a yokel, which means that you can't research, and that's perfectly fine. Everything else, though, seems pretty good about you, okay? So I think that we're going to roll with Ruby, Nails, and Mima. I love that her name is Mima. Mima is like what a lot of people in the South call their grandmothers. I actually call my grandmother a derivation of that. I call my grandma Mama, which is a very hillbilly thing to call your grandma. All right, so here we go. I'm going to pause the game right here at the top. I love that we have this water right here. That is super, super duper convenient. And then we have a bunch of copper over here. That's pretty good. First thing I'm going to do is put in an order to start digging this way, all right? We're just going to straight up dig out this way, and then we're going to dig to this water as well. There we go. And I'm just going to fast forward there. We're going to let them dig it out. We'll lay down some foundations here, and we'll just make this our first floor here. We've got the oxalite here, which is going to give us some oxygen. And you know what? I'll go ahead and just put in the orders for tiles right now. Whoop, I hate it when that happens. Go ahead and cancel those. There we go. And we'll put in some tiles over here as well. And you know what? I'm actually going to prioritize right now, all right? So, Nails, you're our builder. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you priority building, all right? And I'm going to give Ruby priority research right now. It doesn't really matter. There's no research to be had, so that's going to be fine for now. All right. Oh, yeah, and Mima, you're our digger, actually. I mean, you're not the best at digging, but you're a +1 at digging. So, you know what, Mima? I'm going to have you prioritize digging there. There we go. Perfect. So we're just going to let them go to work a little bit, dig this out. We're going to set up a pitcher pump over here. I'm probably going to set it up out here, though, you know? So it just draws from the very bottom. So what I'm going to do, actually, is build a base out this way. And then we'll dig it all the way out to here. All right, there we go. Nice. So they're going to dig that out. Obviously, we're going to need bathrooms, too. That's kind of like the first thing we need to address is bathrooms, because I don't want these dupes peeing and pooping all over the place, all right? That's the last thing I need. That's the worst thing I can think of. So actually, in that case, you know what? I'm going to dig it out a little bit farther. I'm going to dig it out all the way to this granite, which I can't dig out yet. We're going to have to level up their digging skills before I can actually get into that granite there. So I'm going to dig it out to there. All right. There we go. Meemaw's going to dig out this way. And Nails and Ruby will dig out this way. Cool. We'll just let them get to work. We're going to need some storage as well eventually, too. That's going to be what I'll build after the outhouses and the wash stations. So we'll check back in a few minutes once they're done digging out all this stuff. Everything's been dug out now. We've got our pitcher pump over there. So we've got some water. How's our oxygen doing? Oxygen's getting pretty low, actually. We're going to want to address that sooner or later. We're probably going to want to put a oxygen pump in here, too. I'm going to go ahead and get the bathroom set up, though, before we do that. So let's do plumbing. And what I'm going to do is set up 3 outhouses right now, okay? I'm going to leave a little bit of room because eventually I'm going to want to put some compost in here. So I'm going to do 3 outhouses here. And then I'm also going to do 3 wash basins. There we go. Make sure that they have plenty of places to wash their hands, plenty of places to use the bathroom. I learned the hard way that you want to have at least 2, if not 3 outhouses here, because if one gets full and they're repairing it while it's full, basically emptying out all the waste, if there's no place for them to use the bathroom, they're just going to go all over the place. I'm sure that some of you guys already know that that's going to happen, but I found out the hard way. All right, I'm going to go ahead and attack this little hatch here. Sometimes I don't mind having hatches because eventually there's going to be so much resources just laying all over the ground that my guys won't be able to clean it up fast enough, so I don't really mind if the hatches go ahead and eat my stuff. But here at the early stages of the game, I don't want them eating my stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of those guys. Also, obviously, in the morning, I'll make beds for everybody. I don't want them sleeping on the floor like that. See, they desperately have to use the bathroom, so they better make this bathroom fast because a lot of these guys, they got to go number 1 and number 2. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Fantastic. And what I'm going to do is up the priority to like 7 on these guys. Just so that once they get full, that, you know, they'll prioritize emptying these things. And I'm going to switch the direction on these to the left direction, which means that, actually, I'm sorry, the right direction, which means that as they come out of here, they'll wash their hands. If you had it set up for both directions, that means that they're going to wash their hands as they come and go. But I'm just going to want it set up for... There we go. Wait, what the hell's going on? There we go. There we go. Right direction. And set right direction. There we go. Perfect. All right. So now we got our bathrooms. They're going to obviously need more orders to get some stuff done. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get the bed set up. I'm going to go ahead and... Whoops. Cancel this, though. I'm going to make this into a room, all right? So boop, 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 boop. And I'm going to put some doors in as well. Some pneumatic doors. Plop, plop. There we go. And we're going to need bedrooms. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the oxygen levels. All right, we're going to need more oxygen as well. So let's go ahead and put in an oxygen pump right now. I'm going to do oxygen pump right here. We're going to need power for this oxygen pump as well. So I'm going to set the oxygen pump up right here. I'm going to set up some power for that oxygen pump. Going to do a manual generator, do a battery, and we're going to wire it up. There we go. Cool. All right, let them go to town. Build those things. And we'll go ahead and put in orders for bedroom 2. Like, I'm going to temporarily put the bedroom down here. I don't want them sleeping right by these pitcher pumps and stuff. This is going to be our temporary bedroom area. Just so they have a place to sleep for now. What I will do is I'll dig up and I'll dig down, actually. I'll build a ladder right here. So, right here, actually, I'm going to build a ladder right there. I'm going to put some floors in. I'm going to leave a gap so that oxygen can flow. And put it in order to start digging. There we go. Dig all that out. That's going to take a minute, obviously. But we do have beds now, so they can sleep there now. We have water there for our wash basin, so they can... Oops, a bunch of sand just fell here. There we go. Destroy that sand. And there we go. Destroy that as well. There we go. That's the thing about sand. Sand's going to fall down, which is kind of annoying when you're digging. Okay, and we're going to need storage, right? Because if we've got all this stuff sitting around, we're going to need storage. A place to store all these things that are lying all over the place. So I'm going to build 3 storages because these things fill up fast, man. And what I'm going to do is sweep all, and I'm going to turn off polluted dirt. I don't want polluted dirt in here. That's bad. Go ahead and copy these settings and paste them over to these guys. All right, how's our auction doing now? Okay, there we go. Much better auction now that we have that auction pump. And I'm going to want to make food eventually. Right now we have 15,000 calories of food, so I'm not in a bad spot as far as food goes. That'll be what we make here coming up. Probably next, we'll do a food station. Start making some mush bars for my guys. And right now, they're going to go to bed. All right, bedtime for everybody. Now we have 2 hatches rolling around the place. I'm going to go ahead and put in order to kill those hatches, too. Here we go. Let us kill those hatches. There we go. Get out of here, hatch. In the morning, they'll go ahead and get rid of those guys. All right. Kitchen, right? Kitchen's what we're going to need next. So once they build this, I'll go ahead and start putting the kitchen in, I guess up here. Actually, you know what? The kitchen would be perfect here because it's right by the water. We're going to need water to make food. So I'm going to put the kitchen in over here. All right. Right by this pump. And we're going to need to run wires all the way here. We're going to need power in order to do this. There we go. Right now it's telling me that I need a food source, so we're about to do that. And it's also telling me that we have insufficient oxygen generation. Right now, I'm not too concerned about that because there is enough oxygen right now, but I'm going to want to put in another algae deoxidizer in order to create some more oxygen for my people. Okay, this is almost done. I'm going to go ahead and have them dig this out just for the sake of symmetry. And I'm going to put in 1 more oxidizer right up here. I'm going to put it right here, actually. Go ahead and run some wires up to that guy. There we go. And next up, after we got our oxygen sorted, we got our food sorted, we're going to want to get some research going on. I talked about moving the bedroom, and I think I'm going to actually... Oh, what's this? Oh, that's... Is that granite? That is granite. Okay, I can't dig that out because it's granite. So, we'll dig that later. I talked about how I didn't want the beds down here, and I still don't want the beds down here. I'm going to go ahead and put it in continuous order for some mush and get some food. I'm going to move the bed upstairs. What's kind of nice about this game compared to, say, games like RimWorld is that I can deconstruct these and get all of the resources back from them. So, really, if you need to move stuff around, nothing gained, nothing lost, you know? Okay, and also, I'm going to go ahead and copy the settings here. Boom. All right, so that's all done. Lastly, I'm going to put in orders to sweep, get all this stuff cleaned up. And for now, I'm going to put somebody on tidy, just so we clean this place up. I'm going to go ahead and, you know what? I will do Mima. Go ahead and tidy this place up, will ya? Okay, we've got our beds moved. Fan-frickin-tastic, which means that we can get some research going. All right. And we're actually going to need more power soon already. We're already using up a ton of power. It's weirding me out that they're eating food right by the toilets. That's... come on. That's not good, guys. Yeah, the food's gross. I know. It's gross food. You can see that we have another dupe ready. I'm not ready to spawn that dupe, though. I'm gonna hold off on spawning that dupe. We can just go ahead and check in on the dupes, though, see what's available to us. So we've got a flatulent diver's lungs. Well, that's pretty cool. This duplicate could have been a talented opera singer. Air consumption, they use less air. That's pretty cool, actually. We've also got a pacifist with an iron gut. They're good at farming, and it would actually be really good to have a farmer here soon. And you're actually good at farmer and creativity. Farming and creativity is going to actually be pretty important coming up. So I think I'm going to either pick from Otto or Turner, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to hold off on picking another dupe until we actually get a bunch of stuff in order. You know what I mean? All right, next day. We're already on cycle 4. Fantastic. There we go. Get everything cleaned up there. We're going to go ahead and hopefully dispose of all the stuff. Oh, you know what I need to do? I'm actually going to increase There we go. The priority of these things. That'll mean that they'll actually put stuff away faster. That's kind of important. Okay, cool. And our research station is done, so it's time to start researching. What are we going to research first? I'm kind of thinking basic farming. That's going to give us access to these planter boxes and compost. Compost is important because we're going to want to compost all of the soiled dirt that we generate from these outhouses, and we can actually compost those into regular dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and research that first, and then also we can make some planter boxes, which is going to be good because we can start making a planter area. How's our auction levels doing? Our auction levels are still doing good. I think I'm going to start digging downwards because we have this kind of pocket down here that we can dig down towards. So I'm going to go ahead and destroy you and start putting in a ladder. Here we go. Let's dig down to here. There we go. Just dig all the way down. Build that ladder, and I'll put in a second floor right here. Well, I guess a third floor, really. A subfloor. And that's going to be where we're going to start putting all of our... all of the stuff that we're going to need to make crops. All right, Nails is digging down. Meemaw is digging up. Perfect. And so from what I can tell about this game is that you're going to want to keep displacing your air. So oxygen's going to rise up and CO2 is going to fall down. So as you produce oxygen, it's going to rise to the top, and as you produce carbon dioxide, it's going to fall to the bottom. Which means that if I start creating, say, oxygen down here, it'll start to move up, and then it'll displace the carbon dioxide and start to move it down. I could be a little bit mistaken about that, but from my observation, that seems to be how the game works. So I'm going to put it in order to make a floor right here, and I'm going to just go ahead and make a wall like that. That's basically going to be the perimeter of my base. I'm going to make it about that big. Eventually, I'll go ahead and expand to this side too. And actually, I do have a pocket of air right here, so I'm kind of thinking that we should dig out that way as well. Just to, like I said, displace the air. We're going to want some place for all this CO2 to flow down to. And it says insufficient oxygen. Right now, we're gonna want to increase our power. How's our research going? All right, we're gonna want more research done as well. Didn't get a lot of research done that day. You know, I should really just have somebody producing power. I'm gonna go ahead and up this to 75. There we go, and I'm gonna up the, there we go, priority like all the way. I want to make sure that we're always having power. I don't want to run out. And, oh, you know what I need to do? I need to up the priority on research as well, so that I'm making sure that we're researching. Because I did up the priority on research for Ruby. But right now, Ruby's working this thing. You know what, Ruby? I'm going to move you, all right? There you go, Movie. There you go, Movie. There you go, Ruby. You're going to run back to that? No, 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 no. You know why? Because this is set to a higher priority. That's why. You know what? As much as I want power, I need you researching, all right? So now you should go to the research table. Why aren't you going to the research table? Why are you putting stuff away? Why? Wait, did you not build the wires yet? Let me see. Ah, that's why. Okay, that explains it. I was like, why are they not using the research table? It's because when I dug this out, the wire was severed. Okay. Well, that friggin' explains it right there. Let's go ahead and set. There we go. Perfect. Now, finally, we're going to start researching. Man, that was driving me nuts. I couldn't figure out why there wasn't a lot of research done yesterday. I was like, why did they only get 3 of 15 research completed? But that makes a lot of sense. Okay. That was user error. I say 9 times out of 10 when something goes wrong in this game, it's user error. That's a heads up for future stuff in this game. You're going to hear me complain a lot, like, what's going on, game? Why did you do this thing? But chances are it's because I did a stupid. Because I did a dumb. Okay, how's the oxygen doing now? We're going to want more oxygen down here, which means that I'm going to want another oxygen or an algae deoxidizer. So I'm going to put an order in for one more down here. And this is going to kind of be the place that I put things right now. Also, I'm going to want to break one of these so that oxygen can actually, so that air can flow down here. You know what I mean? There we go. They can walk across a gap that is 1 tile wide. So Gonna want to do that. You know what probably happened when I did that as well? I probably just broke another power line. So I'm gonna want to replace that. And I'm gonna run power down to you. There we go. Eventually, we're gonna get this research done, damn it. I'm going to get the research done. I'm going to build the farm, and then we're probably going to call it an episode. I feel like we've got a decent start to our base right now. There we go. I just want to make sure that everything is in order. We've got our research station. We've got our food station. We've got our beds. We've got our toilets. I'm going to want to get like a water cooler or something in order to increase morale. Right now, morale, stress isn't really a thing, but it's going to be a thing, especially when I start increasing the research, or not the research, but the jobs. Once I create the jobs board and I start getting these guys more advanced jobs, we're going to want to make sure that that is better. Okay, great. Research is done. So we've got that, which is good, because that means we can create a couple things. I can create food. Here we go. A ration box, which I'm going to put right here next to our food. In addition to that, I can also create planter boxes. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm just going to line this whole thing with planter boxes all the way across. There we go. Planter boxes for days. And I'm going to make all those planter boxes. We're going to start raising some crops ASAP, which will be good, because then we can start making like we're going to make meal lice, which means that we're going to make like meal lice bars, which sounds disgusting, but they seem to like it. So who am I to judge? Oh, also, we're going to put in compost. This is where we're going to put all the nasty, polluted soil that comes out of the outhouse. You know what I mean? So, sweet. And that's probably where I'm going to wrap up this episode, guys. Between this episode and the second episode, I'll go ahead and let this run for a little bit. I'm just going to let them complete these planter boxes. I'm going to let them clean this place up a little bit. So by the time we start the next episode, I'll be ready to start planting some crops, and I'll be ready to get this fourth dupe up in here too. Next episode, I'm going to try to build the jobs board. Well, not try. I will definitely build the jobs board. Start getting these guys some more advanced positions so that they can do things like mine granite and whatnot. Start researching more high-tech stuff. But that is where we're going to wrap it up for this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I really like this game. Like I said at the start, I am no pro by any means, which you guys could probably tell. I'm sure that a lot of you guys who played this game a lot have noticed stuff that I've done wrong, and I'm more than happy to have you guys drop some comments down below, just giving me helpful tips. But just remember, be helpful about it, all right? It's really easy to come off as kind of a know-it-all. So, yeah, with that being said, I've been Rick. Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like, favorite, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and come back next time. I'll see you guys then.